Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Man here, 2022, or in 2022. And the thing that I like most about starting the new year is talking about the most anticipated movies to come out that year. I do it every year. I've been doing it every year since way before this. Mainly I would just post on Facebook my most anticipated movies to come out. But now that I got my own podcast, I can now actually talk about the movies and give you a list of movies that I am personally excited for 2022. Funny part is 2021. I ended up not seeing my most anticipated movie of the year of 2021. I've been kind of dealing with stuff, so I haven't been able to go to the theater and see that movie. So, so that's one reason why I haven't put out my top 10 movies of 2021. Normally, though, I normally wait till the end of January, early February. That way I can catch up on all the movies I didn't see throughout the year. And then the ones like during the holidays and Oscar-worthy. And then by the end of January, early February, I normally put out my 2021, or my top 10 movies of that year. So if you're wondering, like, where's my top 10 for 2021, it will eventually come. Eventually. That meaning I can't even say it at the end of January. I will have that out because I can't do anything right now. So, yeah. So because I can't do anything right now, I can't go to the movies right now. So, other than watching Netflix or Amazon Prime, that's all. That's all, folks. But at least I can at least talk about the movies that I am actually looking forward to in 2022. So I have some honorable mentions I'm going to start out with, and then I'm going to jump into my top 10. So let's get into it. Honorable mentions. Starting out with my first honorable mention, Nope. Yes, that's the name of the movie. Nope. Jordan Peele is returning after his freshman film, Get Out, and then his sophomore film, Us. I enjoyed both of those movies. I mean, he's 2-0. So now he has a new one coming out this summer called Nope. And I have no idea what it's about. Just like Us and just like Get Out, we had no idea what those were about. All of these are going to be having to deal with some politics, like most of his other movies. Racial stuff going on, racial commentary. And that's one of my honorable mentions. Another honorable mention, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the animated film that came out in December of 2018. One best animated film that year is Spider-Man. So other than from Batman, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Comes out in October, the month of my birthday. So that'll be something to see during my birthday, a Spider-Man movie. Why not? The next movie, The Flash. Yes, we're getting The Flash movie. Comes out in November. Ezra Miller as The Flash. We saw him in Batman v Superman. In Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. I'm not a big fan of Ezra Miller's Barry Allen. But the thing that I am happy about with this movie is, number one, we're going to get two Batmans for the price of one movie. We got, the iconic, the classic, some people's favorite, Michael Keaton returning as Batman. And he is going to be in the Batman suit. So, that gets me excited. And of course, Ben Affleck is returning as Bruce Wayne / Batman. So, and it's directed by Andy Muschietti, who did It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. So, I mean, there's a lot to look forward to. Mainly, Michael Keaton is returning as the Batman. Then my number 4 honorable mention, Hocus Pocus 2. Yes, I actually have this movie in my honorable mentions. Because I don't know what child, what kid, what, demon child, angel child was born in the 90s and didn't watch Hocus Pocus. I mean, Hocus Pocus is the quintessential 90s Halloween movie. I mean, I watch it every year. I know most people watch it every year. You got the 3 original trio returning: Matt Miller, Sarah Jessica Parker, and I don't know the third one's name. Sorry, she has a weird last name. But they're all 3 back. Maybe we'll have some surprises in there, like Thora Birch returning, or Vanessa Shaw. But hey, it's coming out. It'll be coming out in October. Perfect time. Like I said before, it'll be a great double feature. Hocus Pocus 1, and then Hocus Pocus 2. Then my number 5 pick for honorable mention is Knives Out 2, the sequel to Knives Out, one of the surprise hits of 2019. Saw it during the Thanksgiving holiday. Really liked that movie. Great ensemble. You got Daniel Craig returning. You got Ryan Johnson returning to direct. It's going to be on Netflix, so you can watch it at home. I'm hoping they knock it out of the park with the sequel. The ensemble looks great. Then we got Sonic 2. I'm a kid that grew up playing the Sonic Sega Genesis game. I saw the first Sonic movie back February 2020, right before the pandemic started. I enjoyed it. Surprised. Jim Carrey was his best 90s Jim Carrey. So, I'm looking forward to Sonic 2. My next film is The Killer. This is a serial killer movie. I'm looking forward to it because I like serial killer movies. Sorry, I do. I might be a little crazy. But, as I said before, a guy who dresses up like a bat clearly has issues. Or a guy who's had over 25 surgeries and about to go for number 26. And maybe the guy who also is psychotic, who his knee dislocated and he never took a pain medication. I don't know. He might be crazy. He might not be. I don't know. We don't know. But whose knee comes out and he doesn't take a single pain medication, no Tylenol, no nothing. Emergency guy. You want something for the pain? No. We're good. Your knee's out. I know. It's happened before. It's just a regular thing nowadays. But yeah, The Killer. Going back to The Killer. Sorry. David Fincher. Right there. David Fincher. Directing a serial killer movie. My favorite David Fincher movie. 7. He also did Zodiac. Another great, serial killer film. This one stars Michael Fassbender. Fassbender. Yeah. I love Fassbender still has not had his moment. Yeah, he was in the X-Men movies. Yeah, he did Alien movies. But for some reason, Michael Fassbender is not up there as the top actor for some reason. I still wanted to play James Bond. I think it'd be a great James Bond. But David Fincher, Michael Fassbender, serial killer movie. I'm looking forward to that. Then we got The Gray Man. This is directed by the Russo brothers, who did obviously Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Captain America Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War. This time they're working with Chris Evans again. Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling, and Ana de Armas. Three of the hottest actors in Hollywood, all in one movie. Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling, and Ana de Armas. And a movie directed by the Russo brothers. I want to see it. I want it now. Now. Put the cookie down. No. Give me the cookie. I want the cookie. Give me it now. I want it. I want it. I want it. And then my last honorable mention before I get into my top 10. Killers of the Flower Moon. It is directed by, wait for it, Martin Scorsese. Let me repeat that. Martin Scorsese. The name alone, you should not have to ask, what movies have you done? Still, one of the best movies of the last 20 years. The Wolf of Wall Street. He did that movie. Killers of the Flower Moon. Directed by Martin Scorsese. Starring Leonardo fucking DiCaprio. We got another movie with Leo and Scorsese. With Leo and Scorsese. The last time we had a movie with Leo and Scorsese was called The Wolf of Motherfucking Wall Street. That should have been the name of the title. But The Wolf of Wall Street. And it also co-stars Robert De Niro. De Niro, Scorsese. De Niro, DiCaprio. DiCaprio, De Niro. Tomato. So, I'm looking forward to that. But now we're going to get into my top 10 for 2022. My most anticipated, those were my honorable mentions. Now, I'm going to get into the top 10 hitters. The ones I gotta see. Starting out with number 10, we got Creed 3. That's right. Adonis, Michael B. Jordan, back. Creed. The first Creed was a major hit in 2015. One of my favorite movies of that year. Great movie. Talk about a legacy sequel done perfectly. Creed. Creed 2 came out in 2018, and I thought that was going to be a cash grab. No. Creed 2 was, to me, probably the best sequel in the entire Rocky franchise. I mean, Creed 2 was a surprise sequel. And now we got Creed 3, Jonathan Majors, who we just saw play King the Conqueror in Loki, is going to be the new antagonist opponent for Adonis. Michael B. Jordan is directing his first feature with Creed 3. He's acting, starring, and directing. Tessa Thompson's returning. But no Sylvester Stallone. No Rocky Balboa in Creed 3. This will be the first Rocky movie without Rocky. Well, it's not really a Rocky movie because it's Creed. Adonis. Sorry, Mr. T. We're not hitting the full list today. Alright, number 9. Babylon. Babylon. I have no idea what this movie's about. No clue. But the only thing I know about this movie is the director. And that's Damien Chazelle. Who's Damien Chazelle? He made one of my favorite movies back in 2014, Whiplash. He made my favorite movie in 2016, La La Land. And he made my second favorite movie of 2018, The First Man. Or First Man, with Ryan Gosling. This movie has an all-star cast. I think it deals with old Hollywood. So just like La La Land dealt with musicals back in the day. If it's to do with old Hollywood back in the day. Looking forward to it. Number 8. The Northman. Robert Eggers' new film. Robert Eggers did The Witch in 2015, and he did The Lighthouse in 2019. Two very interesting movies. Very different movies. This one has an all-star cast. They had the first trailer last month in December. Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, Anya Taylor-Joy, William Dafoe. I mean, the cinematography in that trailer looked amazing. Comes out in April. Can't wait. It's a movie dealing with Vikings. We haven't had a movie with Vikings ever. There was a time, people. There was a time where Mel Gibson was gonna do a Viking film like Braveheart. Not like Braveheart as in Braveheart, but in the essence of epic battles. Vikings. And Leonardo DiCaprio was gonna be the lead. Where is that movie? But for now, we got The Northman, directed by Robert Eggers. Number 7, we got Lightyear, the movie about the real Buzz Lightyear that inspired the toy that we all grew up watching in Toy Story. They had that first trailer out a couple months ago. It looks amazing. The animation looks great. You know there's going to be one of those movies that's going to make you cry at some point. It's Pixar. I grew up with Pixar. Most of you grew up with Pixar. You can't go wrong. Chris Evans is the voice of Lightyear. Can't wait. Comes out this summer. Comes out the week my sister gets married. We might need to sneak over to the movie theater in Athens and see Lightyear. We'll see. Number 6. I feel the need for speed. Top Gun Maverick, or should I say, the movie that keeps getting pushed back or delayed. No joke. This movie was when it was originally announced, it was supposed to come out in 2019. Then because Tom Cruise wanted to do a certain stunt with real aircraft carriers, planes, whatever, they had to delay the movie a year. Then it was supposed to come out in 2020, but then because of coronavirus, it got delayed. Then they moved it to spring or summer 2020. But then things still weren't back to normal completely, so they pushed it to November. Then, for some reason, they didn't want to put it out in November, even though they had Ghostbusters Afterlife, same studio. They're finally coming out, hopefully, coming out in May 2022. Tom Cruise is back. Jennifer Connelly's in it. Ed Harris is in it. John Hamm is in it. Miles Teller's in it. Glenn Powell's in it. I can't wait. I was very late to the first Top Gun. I did not see the first Top Gun movie till I was in college. And I enjoy watching the movie. It's a fun movie. It's a guilty pleasure. Is it the greatest movie ever made? No. But is it a good movie? Yeah. Fun movie? Yeah. Quotable movie? Yeah. Tom Cruise is being the most badass Tom Cruise he can ever be. And that was one of his first movies. So, there you go. Number 5. We got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You know, when the first Doctor Strange came out, I was not a fan of it. I wasn't a huge fan. But over time, I've learned to like the Doctor Strange movie more and more. And I would probably put it in the upper echelon of Marvel movies now. We got Elizabeth Olsen returning as Wanda, and after what we saw in WandaVision, excited. It's directed by not Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi, the director of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. He's finally making a new comic book film. That should get everyone excited. It's Sam Raimi. Come on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This was supposed to come out in March, but they moved it to May to open up the summer movie season, which I'm fine with. Normally Marvel movies open the summer movie season, so why not? You know, why break tradition? We shouldn't. That's my number 5. Number 4. No, 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 no. Well, hopefully you knew what I was saying there. Mission Impossible 7. Ever since Mission Impossible 3, that was directed by J.J. Abrams. I have been a fan of the Mission Impossible franchise ever since. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, the 5th one, was up there as one of my favorite films of that year. The last one, Mission Impossible Fallout, in 2018, to me was the best action movie of the year, and probably one of the best action movies in probably the last 10 years. You got Tom Cruise back, and you got Rebecca Ferguson returning, you got Simon Pegg returning. This time you got Haley Atwell joining the cast. I think Vanessa Kirby's going to be returning. Directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who did, once again, to me, one of the best Mission Impossible movies with Rogue Nation and Fallout. That's going to be coming out in September. So Mission Impossible 7 at number 4. Number 3. Dr. Grant. My dear Dr. Sandler. Welcome to Jurassic Park. So, my number 3. Jurassic World Dominion. I grew up with the Jurassic Park movies. I even saw the first one back in 1993 in a drive-in theater. I came in a fan of the recent ones. Jurassic World with Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard. That was one of my favorite movies in 2015. I think I watched that movie more than any other movie that year that came out that year. The 2018 sequel, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I enjoyed a lot. I don't think it was as good as Jurassic World, but I still watched that movie a lot too. And the best thing about this new one is not only we're still getting Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, but we're getting the original trio from the first Jurassic Park. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum are returning. So it's going to be apparently the studio, the producer, the director have called this the end game of Jurassic Park. I think if you've seen Spider-Man No Way Home, you know what I'm talking about. Just like they said Spider-Man No Way Home is the end game of Spider-Man movies. Well, Jurassic World Dominion is going to be the end game of the Jurassic Park franchise. So, I'm looking forward to that. That comes out in June, right before my sister's wedding, or a week before my sister gets married. I'll be chilling with dinosaurs. My number 2 pick. Now, let me just, I'm getting down to my top 2 movies of 2022. If you know anything about me, you should already know what the 2 movies that I am most anticipating of this year. If you don't know what the 2 movies that I am anticipating the most for 2022, I really think you need to rethink what you know about me. I do. I really do. I really do. So, now that I've given you some time to think about it, hopefully, because it should have just snapped right into your brain, a little noggin right there. It should have been a no-brainer. Shouldn't. So let's start with number 2. My most anticipated movie, my second most anticipated movie of 2022 comes out in 1 week from today that I'm recording this. 1 week. And that is Scream. Are you surprised? No. Scream, the new Scream is finally coming. And we are finally here. I remember in 2019 when they announced a new Scream movie, and I've been looking forward to it ever since. People who know me by now, I love the Scream franchise, my favorite horror franchise. Sydney Prescott, hello Sydney. Do you know, what's your favorite scary movie? You wanna die, Sydney? You got Dewey, you got Gail back, you got a great new cast lined up. Jenna Ortega, Melissa Barrera, Dylan Minnette, Dennis Quaid's son, him, Jack Quaid, there we go. It's Scream, baby. It's a Scream. Luckily, I can't wait. I actually think they're having a screening today, and I think not the reviews, but the initial reactions come out by tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. And we got 1 week away, baby. One of my second most anticipated movie of 2022. And yes, I will be seeing this movie. I don't care if I gotta take 100 drugs to see this movie. I will take 100 drugs to go see Scream. I'll do what I gotta do. It's Scream, baby. Come on. So, if Scream is my number 2, what is my number 1? Out of all the movies that are coming out in 2022, out of the very name of this podcast, Matt the Mac, what would be number 1? You can't figure out this riddle? What would be Matt's number 1 movie for 2022? The Batman. That's right. The Batman. The Batman is coming in less than 2 months. We get The Batman. And the other day I said I might not be able to see this movie because of upcoming circumstances, but those circumstances might be pushed to later in the year, so there is a chance, as my favorite character, Lloyd, said in Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance? Yes, there is. The Batman. Robert Pattinson, my Matt, Twilight guy, as some people still want to call him, Bruce Wayne. Can't wait. He looks amazing in that costume. Can't wait. You got Jeffrey Wright as Gordon. You got Zoe Kravitz, Catwoman. You got my boy Colin Farrell, Penguin. You got Paul Dano doing the whole Zodiac look. Directed by Matt Reeves. The dude who gave us the last 2 Planet of the Apes movies. War for the Planet of the Apes. Dawn on the Planet of the Apes. Can't go wrong there. The cinematography looks fucking amazing. And that's just in a trailer. The score by Michael Giacchino sounds fantastic. It looks like it. We still don't know. This movie could be rated R. This movie could be rated R. It has that potential based on the trailers. Batman looks great in the costume. The action looks amazing. What are you going to expect? Of course it's going to be the Batman as the number 1. He is the Batman. Kill the Bat. So yeah. So those are my most anticipated movies of 2022. And for now, hopefully I will have a review up next week for Scream. I was going to do a, what's coming out in January, but since they're really the only two movies that were going to come out in January, and now it's really looking like only one movie, since they moved Morbius to April, now it's really only Scream coming out in January. So, January Scream might be a real moneymaker, since it's the only movie coming out this month. So, anyway, Matt here. You tell me, what are your most anticipated movies of 2022? What are you looking forward to the most? What do you want to see? There's still a lot of movies I didn't put on my list, because guess what? I can't name them all, we'll be here all day. But what are your top movies for 2022?